Good evening everyone and welcome to the stream. Today we are in Australia, in Queensland, and this is Townsville. So this is the airport where we start today. It's a shorter flight, 1 hour and 35 minutes or something. So it's a Thursday evening today here in Europe. So good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world. So today we fly the PMDG 737. So this is our airport, and the jetways are broken. And I switch from the normal view to the drone view and go back, then the jetways break. So this is our small airplane. It's also a very small company, and we see that this clean is here. What's up? Well, everything is fine here, and also Eddie is here. So welcome to the stream and to the chat. So hope both are fine. So then we will prepare our plane. So we will first connect the jetway. I will do that first. And of course it's placed in the middle of our truck. So this is me. I'm sweating like a pig. Still sick, and I hope it will be better very soon. So actually there is no sense to use the jetways because there was a piece missing. Very nice. And so we connect the jetway, and that's done. And then I can also show you the map for today. If you give me 1 second. So here is a map from the top to the bottom along the coast of Australia. So 1 hour and 35 minutes or something. And that's the flight time for today. So pretty short. And then we jump into the cockpit, and we stay away from this area here. There are some clack spots where I had yesterday some problems with. So we start with the batteries, and we have external power as well. Emergency exit lights on, and then we go immediately to the FMC, and then we go to ground service. And so ground power we have. Go to the second page, and then we request our fuel. So for today's fuel flight we need 8,581 kilograms of fuel. We put that in, and we request the fuel truck immediately. And then for our passengers we need 145 passengers, so we put that in 145. And that's not what I said, I believe. Oh. So this plane can only hold 128. Download the wrong plane. So whatever. So only 128. And then cargo. I check that is 3.7. So say 1700 the front and the back. We already can request the loader for the back, and then we also need to open the door so the passengers can go inside. Then we go back to the ground service, and then we see for the fuel, so fuel can start, and also boarding can start, and then the cargo we do after. We cannot do that because of the fuel truck, as you can see. The back you can do, I think, but the front you cannot do. And then we go to the menu, FMC, and then we set up everything. First we need to put our adheres. We align and then set it to an F. There we go. We can also set our fuel pump. We just need one for our APU. A logo light on. And the rest we do later. Back to our FMC. If I find it. Just need to do it like this. Also then we put in our airport. So that's Yankee, Bravo, Tango and Lima. And then we copy this one and place it here. So then we go to the route. Then we do a request, and we first need to clear this, and then we search for our route for today. So it's this one that we need. Click that. So 608 nautical miles, and we select, and then we wait until we load it. We also ask for our departure runway.
Townsville ground now route 737 with Quebec request
and we load this.
north departure.
So it's loading. So runway 19. We put that in as well. And we clear that 19. And activate. And execute. And then also we need our flight number, so we put that in. So there we go. And then we go to the performance page, and then we see that we have a cruising altitude from 37,000 feet, so 370, and the cost index will be 12. And the reserves of fuel is 2.0, and then the rest we do later. We go to the legs page. and then we go to the departure. So runway 19, we select that, and then Volta. Go to the next page, Volta 1, and we execute that. And go back to the index. Arrival will be 19 left, I think. So ILS 19 left, and then we need a smoker. And that's a 9A, so it's this one, and then we execute it as well, and then we go again to the LX page, and then we have a disk on here, so we put this here. And then we also check it on the map. Just like this. Steps. So flight plan seems to be very nice. So that's good. In the meantime, we prepare the rest of the airplane. Altitude 37,000 feet. Like this. And auto throttle can come on. Flight director. And we need to move for that. So flight director on as well, and then VNAV. It's not working yet. Nope. So we do that later. And then we check again our menu. Ground service. That's alright. The fuel is almost done. Packs are also almost done, and then we just need to do this. So this is a standard airport that comes with the game, and nothing special. So we just stay here until the fuel is in the plane, and then we can continue. In the meantime, it's a beautiful scenery in the background. So Townsville, Queensland in Australia. I think this is a military base, or was a military base back in the day. We also can plan our pushback. So we will do that immediately. And voila. So that's set as well. Jump back in. So fueling is done, so we can release the fuel truck. Also the passengers are in the plane, and then we can also get rid of the jetway. So jetway is leaving, and then we go to the cargo. We request everything, and then as soon the truck is away, the fuel truck is away, then we can load the cargo as well. the cards are already there. In the meantime, we can set up the plane for starting the APU. So we put on the fuel pumps, your damper is on, and then actually the lights we don't need. Seatbelt sign on, and then also a window heat and electrics. Cruising altitude is 37,000 feet. We'll put this on 37,000 feet. And there we go. So packs are off. The fuel bleed is off. So all set a well. And then we just wait when everything is loaded up, so we can start already with the bag. We start here, so that is loading, and then we wait for the cards from the front, so they are arriving. So connecting, and then we can start loading as well. So start loading, and then we wait for that. So in the meantime, we can also start the APU. And we wait until it rises and stabilizes, and then we can continue. So it's rising. And then we wait till it's stable, and then we put the generators on, so like this. There we go. And we just need to wait for the cargo. And then we just fill in everything what the FMC needs, and then we can ask for pushback and taxi to the runway and get out of here. So we set also the transponder. That's all what we need. And then we have some views in the back as well. Not the nicest cabin, but they are working on it, on a more detailed cabin. So that will come later. So APU bleed can come on. And then we just wait for this. It'll take a while. In the meantime, we do just a tour of the airport again. So everything what you see is standard and comes with the game. There is a freeware that you can download, but there are so many things you need to download extra with it, so it's pretty difficult and a lot, so I didn't do that. So I believe this was a military, or is still a military airport. But as you can see, it's not that special. Amazingly, we are born in the USA. We are not in the USA today. We are in Australia. And welcome to the stream and to the chat. Where did my mod go? Well, I deleted all the mods because I had some issues with some moderators or a moderator, and that's why. So this is the airport, and then we check, so we can release. Everything is in the back loaded up. Release the cards and the loader, and then we just wait for the front. So it's almost done. And then we can set up the FMC, and then we are out of here. Amazingly, Bear, sorry, you're very busy, so see you later. Well, have a wonderful evening, and see you later, mate. So this is set, and then we can continue. So we set this 52.9, and planet fuel was actually 8.7, so that's good. Everything is set here. Execute, and then we go to the next page. So outside temperature is 14 degrees, and we just select claim. That's okay. So we go to the next page. Flaps 5 like usual, and we are not that heavy. And then we set 24.8, so we need to trim the wheel to 5.25. So there we trim it. And so just a little bit more than 5, so that's okay. And then V1 is 126, 129, and 137 for a V2. So that is set as well. Next page. Everything is cool. So then I think we are done here. And we can ask for pushback, and then we can also start the engines. So request pushback, and then we start the engines as well. Engine number 2. Well, actually I forgot to remove the power unit. ground service, ground power release. So that's that. And then we are good to go. And so I believe something was moving. And so we go to our pushback. There we go, and then we add fuel, and then engine 2 can start. Yo, Subcompact, welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Having some Sidestick right now. What you mean with that? Sidestick? I never heard of that. But I hope you are doing well, mate. And then sweating like hell. So engine 2 is starting. Oh, Filipino dish. Okay. A lot of cholesterol. That's not good, mate. That's not good. So we set parking brake, and then engine 2 is started. We can start engine number 1. We can also set the generator on, and then we wait until we can add fuel. We wait for 20, and then we add fuel. So there we go. And engine number 1 is starting as well. Well, Sissy, I don't think I heard of it, but I think my wife will know what it is. So, engine 1 starting. No, and there was just a little issue. We forgot the door, so we will close that. And doors, and we close that. So today we have a shorter flight, 1 hour and 33 minutes, I think. So engine 1 is ready as well, and then we can turn on the taxi light. APU can come off, and then we need to go to APU bleed off, the pack's on, and then we are set. And then just this generator we need to put on, and then everything is fine. So taxi lights are on, and then we can start, put this on RTO. And then when parking brakes always go off, I don't know why that is, but parking brakes always go automatically off. We set flaps to 5. So you can see the flaps moving. And they are very dirty, so they need a wash. And so for the problem yesterday that we had with the click spots behind the co-pilot seat next to the fire thing, then I posted on the PMDG forum, but no reply on that yet. not that a big of an issue as long as you don't click it. But maybe they already know it, and there was also something on the forum or something, but there were so many topics on the forum that it's impossible to find it there.
Hold position now, route 737.
So we need to hold position, and we'll do that here. I don't see other traffic. So this is a beautiful plane. It's a nice livery, but the plane, the company itself is very small. It has only 5 aircraft, and it has only one 737-700, and the rest are actually 300. So then we wait until we can continue with our taxi. I'm just asking myself why we need to stop. There is no traffic. So maybe we just can continue and then go to the runway. So our plan for today is very nice, and I hope it don't change like yesterday. And we had actually also a nice plan, but then we needed to change the runway, and then the approach was not good. Probably I made a mistake somewhere, and that's why. So now it's weird that I need to turn here.
Delaware 737, continue taxi. Roger, now route 737.
So then I need to go to the runway instead of following the taxiway. And it tell us to go to the taxiway again. Very nice. Instead of going straight. We are almost there, so we can depart. I saw also today that there was a FS realistic V2 for Microsoft was released. So I don't have that, but it looks interesting. If you have more sounds and shakes and whatever. And then I see that our cruising altitude is not correct, so we change that. And then we will hold short. So we'll do that here.
Townsville Tower now
And
route
then we turn
737
all
ready
the
at runway
lights on.
19 north departure.
And taxi light can come off. And then we check the FMS of FMC. So we need to go to the
Cleared for takeoff runway 19 now route 737.
takeoff speeds. And why they are not they are set correctly. So okay, so the message is also gone, and then we are ready for departure. And then we align up, and then we can continue. So there we go.
Airspeed alive.
Toga,
80 knots. Rotate.
rotate,
Positive rate of climb.
gear up. Right, actually I need to set the VNAV, and then we can check outside.
Tower now route 737 frequency change. Townsville approach now route 737. Type 1 miles south.
Han, welcome to the stream, and your name is Han Kampolat. If I pronounce that correctly, then let me know. So hope you are doing well, and welcome to the stream and to the chat. We just departed from the runway here in Townsville, Queensland in Australia. And we need to check our speed because we are climbing pretty fast.
Cleared through the Charlie airspace now route 737.
So 5,000 feet. We are climbing like a rocket. So and if we keep doing this, we will fall out of the sky very soon. So it's time to take manual control. And there is a stick shaker already. So we will gain some speed again, and then we try again on autopilot, but it was climbing like a rocket. So
Now route 737 contact Brisbane Center on 120.55. Good day.
so almost 8,000 feet.
Going to 120.55 now route 737. Brisbane Center now route 737
We'll
8,500.
go to flaps 2.
Railway 737, Brisbane Center altimeter 30.03, continue as planned. Railway 737, contact Townsville approach on 126.8. Good
So
day.
and then we go to autopilot again.
Going to
and see what it will do.
Now route 737. Townsville approach now route 737 8,800 feet.
Now route 737
can retract the flaps.
Continue as planned.
So at 1,
Tree 7 contact
and then we can go to a 0.
0.55. Good day.
Going to 120.55 now room 737. Brisbane Center now
So
room
that was the first issue for today. We have some wing flaps and dirty wings, dirty flaps actually. And so once again, this flight will take around 1 hour and 33 minutes. We fly from the bottom, from the top to the bottom. So and before I say something, well, it's 1:33 flight time. I'm sorry for this. And then we check the cockpit again before we have something of a problem. So lights can come off. 12,000 feet already. And we turn this off. So we are good to go, and we forgot actually the collision light. And for the rest we are set up very well. 13,000 feet, and I forgot my clock again. And then also the center pumps can come on. There's not much fuel in it, but we just will use that. Go to the next page, and then everything else seems to be fine. Program, and then we see that we have 89 nautical miles to go before our top of climb. And then we can put it also in standard. And there we go. So actually it's a nice livery for a very small company actually. Never hear from it. $16,000 feet. So, and when I have more information about those click spots here, then I will tell you. Oh no, everything is here, that's the seat, but there are some click spots somewhere here. So from the moment I have more information about that, then I will tell you. In the meantime, 18,000 feet. And again, we have a very beautiful weather, so no problems here. And 20,000 feet. Of the people that want to see some scenery from the inside. And we try to find a nice view like this. I'm not finding what I'm looking for. As you can see, the textures are not that great here in the cabin. It's very basic. Alba Pino, welcome, welcome. Hotel Echo Lima Lima, Oscar from France, cheese and wine like usual, with peanuts. Thank you, my friend. Hope you are doing well. And I think you are just came home from work after a long day, so it's time to rest. Yeah, you just arrived from work. Well, so take a rest, mate. And take something to drink, to eat, and relax. You just departed actually. Yeah, at 23,000 feet at the moment, and we have a shorter flight today, 1 hour and 33 minutes. So yes, just one small issue, that it was climbing like a rocket, so we needed to yeah, take control and speed up a bit, and then we give it back to the autopilot. So now it seems to be working. And also I have still no news about the click spots here that we saw yesterday. And so we just need to make sure we don't click it. And so 25,000 feet. And I'll show you the map. And then what we have to see here. I tried to land with this thing today, but actually I don't see the information that I needed, so it's better to watch this, I believe. But we will test it today when we land. So this is our view to the seaside
Squawk 7000.
in the coast of
Frequency
Australia.
change approved now route 737. Brisbane Centre now route 737 is type 27 miles southeast of Yankee Alpha Yankee Romeo flight level 275. Request flight following.
Now route 737 Brisbane Centre. Squawk 0033.
Squawk 0033 now route 737.
Now route 737 radar contact 29 miles west of Yankee.
And so in meantime 29,000 feet and everything goes smooth. So I try to do for Sunday another stream, but that will be with or on Air Company or with a Pilot's Life Chapter 2, one of the two. And then we will see what that gives. In the meantime 30,000 feet when we are more than 10 minutes in the air. I forgot to turn on the clock on time. So we don't hear a lot of the engines here on this plane, so I hope they will improve that. So Naro Airlines was founded in 1970, and it says it started operations in 2014. But I think that will be the new company then. The fleet size is 5 aircraft, and the fleet age is 22.3 years. And they have the Boeing 737-300, they have 4 of them, and they have also the Boeing 737-700, only one. This plane, and this plane is 16.4 years old. And that's the fleet of Naro Airlines. So 33,000 feet. And we have 22 nautical miles to go to our top of climb. And then we have a crosswind of 89 knots. So we have some nice scenery here, it seems. We are in Australia, so that's always nice. So almost 35,000 feet. And 2 more to go, and then we can cruise and enjoy the view. So for the new people, if you like what you see, then like and subscribe if you want. Also need to put this down. Also, if you don't like it, then do the thumbs down, so I also know that there are people that don't like it. Almost 36,000 feet. And then we have a light with the fuel, so center tanks are empty. So we'll go over to the wing tanks. So 500 feet to go, and then we can cruise. And actually our engines are at 100%, so that's not ideal. Or it's no, it's 94.7 actually. So we are at 37,000 feet, and then we can cruise. And then guys, I give you a nice view, and then I will take a little break, and I will be back in around 5 minutes.
Going to 133.2
So
now route
just check
737.
that everything is okay.
Brisbane Center now route 737 flight level 370.
Now route 737 Brisbane Center. Continue as planned.
And so set a view so you can enjoy the view from here. So I will be back in 5 minutes. See you then. GH77, welcome. For you, stay just a little bit longer. No, I just saw that you arrived. So welcome to the stream and to the chat. I hope you are doing well and just arrived in time for your break. Well, the break will be just a little bit longer as usual, but I will be back in 5 minutes. So the flight time is 1 hour and 33 minutes, and we are just at our cruising altitude, 37,000 feet. This is our airline that we fly today. And so we are cruising now, and I will be back in 5 minutes. Thank you. See you soon. And I'm back. Thanks for waiting. And then here we go again. So totally back. And then we see a Navigraph map. So this is the map for today. So we had a little issue when we took off from the runway, that it was climbing like hell, and just before I wanted to take manual control, the stick shaker start working, and so, but then after everything was normal. And then we see that we have 300 nautical miles, 307 nautical miles to go to our top of descent, and we will check our legs to see what we need to do. So if we go to 4,000 feet, that will be okay. We will already set at 4,000 feet. So, and then for now we can enjoy the view. So again, beautiful weather today, and I'm gonna set.
Tower 737 contact Brisbane Center on 135.5. Good day.
So we have some wing flex. It's a bit nervous to my liking, but at least we have some wing flex. I also posted a message on the forum of PMDG about the click spots of yesterday, but I think it's a full-time job for them to read everything. There are so many messages, complaints, whatever, so they have a lot of work. Cheers. So from the moment I know something about it, it's already possible that someone put that in the forum, but it's impossible to find it. So flight time 1 hour and 33 minutes today. It's a shorter flight. And then maybe tomorrow do another flight depending on my condition, and then Sunday we do probably a flight with a Pilot's Life Chapter 2. I will see. And if I do tomorrow a flight, it will be with on-air company, and then it will be around 11 o'clock in the morning European time, and then we will fly the 146 from just flight, the British Aerospace. It's a nice plane to fly as well, as long as you don't click on the emergency landing spot or emergency landing gear spot. Now they made two spots for it to click, so you cannot accidentally click it like we did a few flights back. So who else is flying at this same moment, and if you are flying to from where to where you are flying? It's always nice to know where the people are flying to.
Now route 737 contact Brisbane Center on 128.55. Good day.
128.55 for now route 737. Brisbane Center now route 737 flight level 370.
Tower 737 Brisbane Center. Continue as planned.
So today we are not flying real time, because then we were still flying in the dark, I think. So then we could not see anything. And for the people that are interested in FS Realistic, well, it's a release. So the V2 Pro is a release for Microsoft Flight Simulator. G77, I'm just trying Neofly again, and do a very short delivery in the default Cessna from North Germany to Denmark. Oh, just to relax and have something to do while watching your stream. Always nice. Also, I used Neofly. It's also a nice add-on, and it's free. So, but lately I don't use it because no time. But I try to use more on Air Company again, and a Pilot's Life. So I will also put that in my streams. But Neofly is very nice as well. I think it's not so hard as on Air Company, because that is very hard depending on what world that you play it. If you take the easy ones, then it's easy, of course, but if you take the harder ones, then you have maybe just $600 for a job with a small plane. So you will not earn that much, and it will take a long time before you have a decent plane. But I think it's more realistic than Neofly. Neofly is actually more for fun and have something to do. But once again, it's a nice add-on. And I was reading for Air Company that they will also make something in the future that you can start with a bigger plane, or an airliner or something, but now you cannot start with an airliner. So, but I will implement that in the future. So people that want to don't spend their whole life on building up a company from scratch, and then you can also start with an airliner. So good for those people. I always like to start up from scratch. So I think I'm doing that for more than 1 year, but the last months I didn't use it that much. So on Air Company I have a few planes, and the biggest plane is the Airbus A320 Neo. GS77, right, that's one of the reasons I just do not have so much time. Malja. For me the same thing. If you play on Air Company, then you need to have time, otherwise you go bankrupt. If you own a base, a big base, big airport, then you need to pay a lot every week for that base, and if you don't fly, then you will lose a lot of money. So for the people that don't have that much time, then it's better to fly on a Neo fly. Or a pilot's life that you can use anytime you want. But there's also a possibility to have another base in on-air company, especially in the beginning. You can also pause your activities for a while. I think you can do that 2 times a year or something. But those add-ons are always nice to have, because then you have always a place to go. Then you don't need to think from, yeah, where I will fly today. They will give you something. And that's the nice thing about it.
Tower 737, contact Brisbane Center on 119.
And so we check the cockpit from time to time, because if you follow the stream here, then you know that there is always an alarm going off. At least once a flight. No, we didn't had one except a stick shaker. Just the fuel that was gone in the center tank, so we need to switch the fuel pumps off, but that was not a problem. And then we can put that up again. So today we fly the yoke, of course, and we try to make a better landing than yesterday. Also the approach was not good. GS77, you like Sim Toolkit for finding a real live routes. You can set a lot of filters to find something for what you are in the mood in. Okay. Yeah, I saw that. Which flight was it that I used the tool? It was actually a flight request from your subcompact, I believe, and I opened the tool and I put in the flight plan, and then it gave me 2 companies that fly that exact same route. So it's nice to see. But I didn't use it for that purpose. But maybe I can also use it to check for the real live route. But it's good that you tell me. And then I can check it more, because I don't know that much from that tool. I used it before, but I was not digging too deep in it, but I will check it more, especially for my streams like this. It can be helpful. Normally I use always the Pilot's Live. I get my flights from there. So mostly that are also the real life routes that I use there. So my plane is shaking a bit. So in the beginning we had a headwind or a crosswind of almost 90 knots, now 116, 117 knots crosswind. So that's why the plane is moving a bit. So today I have a sim toolkit not running, but I will check it out next week more and more, because you can also select your fleet. I don't know exactly how that works, but I will find out. So in meantime I will try to check if I still remember how I need to set the course and stuff. Because I was looking at that yesterday, but I didn't find it. GH77O, you can choose the continent, set the time range which plane you want to use, and it gives you some random routes which are flown by real companies. Oh. Or you select a company and it shows you the route this company is flying. That's nice. Not sure how current the routes are, but it's good for this purpose. Okay, thank you for the information. Well, it's a bit like a Pilot's Live, but are also the real routes or routes from the past. I also don't know how current they are, but well, it's good that you say that, then I can check it out. So very nice. And so we will check this out again. So we have a crosswind of 118. And we go back to index. And I fly all the time other planes, so I always need to check it again, where I need to find my information. So this is the ILS 19 left. That's what we need normally. So this is the course that we need, and this is the frequency. So ILS 110.10. We can put that in. And that's already set. Sean, welcome to the stream and to the chat, mate. How are you today? Hope you're doing fine.
Generic India Zulu Hotel, you are
Sean, you almost missed the flight. Well, not yet, not yet. I will show you. We are almost halfway. And I see there is something missing. You cannot see how far we are. I just noticed that. How is that? Why comes that? So it seems Fly Live is not connected, or it's connected but not giving data, because altitude it says 12,600, so something is wrong with that. So GH77, I prefer to fly like a stream, Europe today, Asia tomorrow, maybe America or Australia next time. That's hard with serious career talks. Yes, that's hard. That's a problem with the pilot's life, and you also cannot change from company to company just by day. So you need to fly or wait 7 days before you can apply for another job, and then you need to wait another day or two when you get information about it that it's accepted or reject. So Sean, guten Tag. Okay, that's goeiedag in German then, and I say it in Flemish. Nicht schlecht. Das nicht schlecht in dialect in Flemish. Not bad. So Sean is learning German. So we can also put the course in. That's 196. So we'll put that in.
Contact Brisbane Center on 125.9er. Good day.
125.9er.
And we put it also the other side.
Brisbane Center, Nauru 737, flight level 370.
Nauru 737 Brisbane
So
Center. Continue as planned.
and then for the rest we are good to go. Go back to the program page where we found that approach. Okay. Program page, 126 nautical miles to go before we start our descent. So this is our nice company. I like the colors. It's a very small company. It has only one 737-700, and that is more than 16 years old. And all the 4 other planes that they have are 300s, and they are even older. So, but I think it's time for me to check out a sim toolkit. So, like G77 was saying, it's a very nice tool. And actually I wanted to do with the On-Air company a world tour in the DC3, and I wanted to use also the On-Air company with it, so then you can have a purpose to fly. Sean, what did do? Well, a lot of things, too many to mention, and I don't know everything about it. It seems G77 knows a lot of it, and that guy knows everything, it seems. He knows everything about planes and the tools, so I think he can give you the best answers. I can show you if I can load it. Then I can show the program. I will load it, and then I can just show you what it is, how it looks, but he can give you the best information. So this is a Sim Toolkit Pro. We connect to the Sim, connect to Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can also use it for Explain and stuff. So, and then you have a live map, flight planning, flight schedule, and then logbook, fleet, landing report. If you look at that, then we had yesterday 120 with the Phoenix. No, that was not yesterday, because yesterday it was not running, I believe. I'm not sure. Yes, yesterday it was running. So listen, your landing report. And then you can also use it for streaming or something. So it's this. So check flight planning, and then on the right side you can select a route finder, and so we will do that, and select the continents that you like. You should select all. Where is all? Is there a button that we can select all? Here it is. And then use flight time below and planes and start search. So flight time, can we reduce that? So we're at 2 hours. And what else we need to do? And planes. So those planes we don't have. They don't have. There is no Neo, so we can leave this. And where is the... Oh, there are even more planes. Okay, there are a lot of planes. Alright, so we will generate no time selected. Did I miss something? Simulator Microsoft. I only tried a few weeks ago. I tried it last year, I think, but but you didn't like it. Not sure if this was available before and I didn't notice, but it's not bad and it's free. Sean, select none. Alright, none. So we need to do this, and then we actually need to select one A320. We also take a 330. What else we have? Mm, 737, like this, and then generate. So then we have all the Bulgaria, and then a name that I cannot pronounce. Alright, Ryanair, Lufthansa, okay, nice to know. So thank you very much, guys. So but this is actually the tool. It's for free, you can download it and then check it out. There are a lot of things you can do with it, and then it's hard to actually show everything because it's also not new for me, but I was not using it for a long time and it's always getting updated. So so let me check our cockpit. Still no alarms, that's a good thing. And we have 58 nautical miles to go before our top of descent, and we have still 5,400 kilograms of fuel on board. But what I wanted to do actually was always the real flights in my stream, but for some planes it's very difficult to find, like the older planes that are not used anymore or not by that many companies. Then you cannot fly the real thing. Like the 146, I found 13 companies that fly it so far. And actually I could only fly 2 of them, because I don't find any liveries for it, so that makes it hard. So that's why I wanted to go to Onair company and fly there with a 146. So Sean, yeah, you need to download it. Just type in Sim Toolkit Pro, and then you can download it. It's completely free. And check it out. I'm sorry for that. now show you the map again. So coming closer and closer to our destination. Oh, sorry, I'm just changing pages here, and then sometimes my screen flickers them. So we try to land today on the correct way, and I hope the runway is correct as well. And that we do it better than yesterday. So today 2 standard airports, no freeware, no payware. And I was saying that a lot of people have crashes with this plane. The game crash, the plane freeze, things like that. I didn't have that yet, and I hope it will stay like that as well. But actually the sound of the engines is a bit boring because we don't have any sound. And then the freeware, like the fly-by-wire, have amazing sounds. G77, the landing was good yesterday, only the approach planning was bad, but it's hard to know before. Yeah, I did some things wrong, I believe, because I didn't know exactly how to do a direct in this plane. I know it in the Airbus, but in this plane I didn't know exactly how. But then I figured out, but then we turned around and go back and stuff. So maybe I did something wrong, and I didn't check it correctly or enough to see that there something was wrong. Just when we needed to land, and I saw this is not correct, but I need to check it better next time. And I believe it was completely my fault. But it will be nice that that you can have information a bit earlier, so you have more time to set everything up, like in real life. G77, no crashes for you with the PMDG or Phoenix, but Microsoft Simulator allows to crash in the world map now and then, yes. And sometimes I have also a crash when I started up everything, and then it crashes again, and then I need to start it up again. So, but in flight recently, no problem so far. Actually, the only crashes that I had was with my PC that freeze or runs suddenly slower. I still don't know the reason. For now it's solved. I don't know what the reason was. And also I had a crash 2 times with the 747, the Salty mod. when I was flying an experimental version or something. I don't know how they call it. But if I fly the stable version of that plane, then I have no problems. And I need to test it again. Jet 77, but that direct just brought you closer. The general planning was already in the system before. Yes, indeed. So, yeah, we will see how it goes today. I'm looking out for the information for our runway, but we are still too far away. There are not so many airports, that's a good thing, so it's not as hard to find.
Tower 737 contact Brisbane Center on 124.6.
124.6 for now route 737.
Let me check our
Brisbane Center now route 737.
cockpit,
flight level
because we are
350.
descending already.
Tower 737 Brisbane Center.
So
Continue as planned.
So 137 nautical miles to go, and then we are at our destination. So we are flying for, let's say, 1 hour and 10 minutes, because my clock is not correctly, I forgot to set it. So let's say 1 hour and 10 minutes. So in 1 hour and in 20 minutes we will be on the ground. And then we will see how that will go. J77, how do you land an 737 or an Airbus? Do you land with auto throttle on or auto throttle off? Because if you do with landing, do this, then it starts to spool up again, and then it fucks up your landing. So try to turn it off just before landing, because I've now a button mapped for that to turn it off on my joystick, not yet on my yoke. So meantime, 32,000 feet and descending. So everything is working fine. So the swing flags I don't find really realistic. But that's my opinion. Jet 77 in the 737, I turn off speed or auto throttle. Usually both works. In the A320 I have no issue when leaving it on, so honestly, so mostly I turn it off after landing and leave it on. Okay. Well, I try to do it the same next time I fly the Phoenix or the fly-by-wire, but in this one for sure I turn it off. I had some problems before with that, but I believe it was also in the A320, so I try also to turn it off there. Jet 77 might be my system, but if I turn off auto thrust in the Airbus, I create more problems when moving my throttle. Okay. Well, I don't know. I need to test that, but what I see is now my levers are in idle, but after it will be here somewhere. And of course, if you turn off auto throttle, if your levers are still here, and I need to pull it back, then it speed up again because it will reset, and then it goes down again. So actually I should put my throttles in idle position as well on my Honeycomb, and then we will see what it will do on landing when I turn this off. But with every landing I do with this one, then you hear when I want to put thrust reversers on, then it pulls up because I need to move my throttle, and then it speeds up again, and then it slows down, and then I can use the thrust reverser. I'm not sure how I need to do that, that it will not speed up first. So now my levers, I put it in idle as well on my Honeycomb, and we will see how that will go. So 24,500 feet. And then we'll also change this to normal. But I like to fly this plane. It's a very nice plane, only the sounds are not my favorite, but I like to fly this plane. Still some work, like the fly pad, iPad, or whatever it calls. Also the cabin textures, yeah. And this is also very weird. Yesterday, oh now it's okay, but yesterday we had some, you can see the steps that it is making, and not today, but yesterday we saw that. Maybe it has to do with my frame rate or something.
Going to 125.0 now route 737. Brisbane Center now route 737 flight level 215.
But I think we are in 2022, and I think they can do a better job, everyone, to make planes and some extra things on the planes. So if you load this plane, and that you can actually see that it's getting loaded, there is animation, but so far we're missing that. So I like to see the real thing. In the meantime, we have a nice scenery here, nice colors. I think this is typical for Australia.
Brisbane Center now route 737. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
Now we're 737 Brisbane Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace now route 737.
So 19,000 feet. And now suddenly a lot of airports, but still don't find which one that I need.
Brisbane Center Jetstar 9028 is at flight level 280, descending 10,000 feet.
Elliot, welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you are doing well. Hello, hello. So we are descending. We are at 18,000 feet. So we fly to Brisbane, and then I request the landing, the runway. Elliot, I'm fine. I'm still not 100%, but
Brisbane Tower. Altimeter tree 0.07 wind 256 at 1 tree. Make left
So
base runway 19 right.
we need to change a runway again, or we just ask for another one. We'll do that. It's easier. So select another runway, and we ask for a 19 left instead of a right. And actually it don't do anything.
Brisbane Tower now route 737 requests runway 19 left.
Melbourne 737 Brisbane Tower. Altimeter tree 0.07
So Elliot, it's good to know that you are good.
1 tree. Fly left base
So
runway 19 left.
Make left base runway 19 left now route 737.
so we will land at runway 19 left. We are almost at 15,000 feet. So and this is our beautiful airplane, and this company has only one airplane from this exact same type, the 737-700. And we also see that we have 57 nautical miles to go, and still plenty of fuel. And then we are early done today, because it was a short flight, 1 hour and 33 minutes flight time. So let's go to end the week. $13,000 feet. And you see that the flaps are very dirty, so we need to clean them. 11,000 feet, and then we can turn on landing lights already. So that's set, and then auto brake, we put that on 3. We will try max for once. I'm not sure if that is allowed. I hear somewhere that was it with the Airbus or the 737 that you cannot use max, but I don't know which one it was. So 10,000 feet. And we have still 40 nautical miles to go. So Miss Lizzie is also not here today. And after yesterday, I don't want to click anything anymore that is located on this side. So 8,000 feet. So then we try to slow down already. And then we can prepare for our landing. So then we go to 180. Flaps 1. We are at 5,600 feet. And then we go to flaps 2. And we slow down to 170. And then we try to locate a runway 19 left. That's the runway that we need. So we go to flaps 5. So this airplane can only hold 122 or 28 passengers. We have a mixed class, so normally it can be a bit more, but we needed 145. That was a Simbrief giving me, but that was not working. So 19 nautical miles to go. And we go back to index approach, and then we actually need to set the frequency like this. Almost forgot that. And so we make our turn. We go to 160. And then we put on the localizer when it's working this time. So also thank you for GH77 again. So the localizer is working. Then we slow down to 150. And then we make our last turn. And I will already put the recorder on, so we don't forget that. Oops. When I touched my trim wheel accidentally. Oops. Localizer. There we go. So 150, and then we slow down to 140. And then we can lower our landing gear, and then flaps 15. And then flaps 20. And then we take the approach button. Flaps 25. Or is that already 30? No. So that's 25, and then we have 30 and 40. Okay. And so for the ones that want to give a rating for my landing, then you can put it in chat. So we are at 3,100 feet. And I think we will land on time. So flaps 30. And then we see the runway is just here. And I prepare my seat for our beautiful landing or crash, whatever.
2,500.
So 2,500 feet. Sean, 235. Okay, I think that's a good number. If I do my best, it will be around that. If I fuck up, then it will be double. Yes, I'm 77. It looks good, and you did a good landing yesterday. So I say 120, 160, something between that. Okay, thank you very much. But one day is not the other. But we land the yoke, and last times it was working pretty well.
Now we're 737, wind 239er at 12. Clear to land runway 19
And
left.
so we are
Clear
coming
to land
closer.
runway
Of course, we are
19
going
left,
very
737.
slow. I think way too early, but we have time. There are no planes behind me, I think. So we take it easy. But no pressure. Thank you, mate. Thank you. And so almost 1,000 feet. It's actually hard to see the runway. You see it, but it's very hard.
1,000.
So 1,000. That means that I will take control of the plane. And there we go.
Traffic. Traffic.
Oh, we have traffic. Ignore that traffic. So my plane so far. Actually, I need to steer with my right hand because I need to trigger or disarm the auto throttle with my left hand on the joystick. So we need to go very low over the trees.
400. 300.
So
200.
ready for impact. A bit high.
100.
Disarm auto throttle.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, that goes wrong. A bit of stuttering. That was not so great. It says 298.
Now we're 737, turn next taxiway.
So that was a landing, not so great.
Now we're
Fuel subcompact, not bad today. No, I'm not happy with it. It could be better. For sure when someone says 120, 160. But Sean, I hate how this sim has tall trees near a lot of runways. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there's still some space, but yeah, it's tricky. It's hard to see. And if you need to follow the glide slope, you come pretty close to those trees. So, yeah. Then we turn off those lights. And there we go. And then we turn on the taxi light. And then we also contract ground. And then we see where we
Brisbane ground, now route 737 taxi
need to
the
be.
gate.
Now route 737 taxi to gate 25 using taxiway Alpha 6 Bravo, Charlie Tree Tango.
So we will taxi.
Taxi to gate 25 via taxiway Alpha 6
G77,
Bravo, 6 Bravo,
but
Charlie Tree
still okay.
Tango, now
No
route
major
737.
injuries. Thank you, mate. Thank you. You used a different landing tool? And no, I didn't use a different landing tool. Everything is set up just the same. The only thing that I didn't use today is looker tool. That was the
Position now
only
route
thing that I
737.
didn't use.
Now route 737 continue taxi.
But all the rest is the same.
Roger, now route 737.
It's weird because I saw it on my screen as well. I don't know, normally I don't see it on my playing screen, and now I saw it on my playing screen. So there is something different. Your subcompact, you just a suggestion, you should put the ICO airport code in the video instead, in the title instead of the place name.
Caution, other traffic.
Yeah, I know some other people do that,
Position now route 737.
but
Now route
yeah,
737
maybe I can do that. Then why you think it's better? So people can do the same flight, or it's easier to find the flight. I don't know. I know other streamers do it. I always place the names in it. Of course, it will be easier for me if I just put the airport code in, then I have more space for other things, and it's just easier. But now I need to look it up what airport it is and then put the name in. So but I can do that. It will make my life a bit easier. So we taxi to our gate. I think it was 25 or something. No clue where that is, but so that will be here somewhere, the last gate. And sometimes I see that also the standard airports where the jetways are just in the way, like here. And this is a standard airport. So And then we will set the parking brake, so you can see that I set it in case it starts to roll from itself. So parking brake is set. And parking brake not set. Okay, now there we go. Okay. So the parking brake don't stay. Oh, now it stays. But if I move my mouse, then it go off. Or I just push nothing. Okay, so it automatically go off, and then people laugh at me if my plane starts to roll suddenly. So I will show you immediately what the other rating set. So that was a 258, I believe, and then I don't know if this was monitoring or following my 225. It says TH77, and never will do that. Nope, indeed. Yeah, you're a bad liar. Okay. Well, last time I did it, I don't know which plane it was. Was it this plane, or I think it was a Phoenix? But yeah, it starts to roll when I go over to the camera, the drone camera actually. So this plane will roll as well. I'll try to set it again. And okay, it stays for now, so it's set, as you can see. And then we go to the outside and drone view. And I'm struggling again with those drone camera things. And there we are. Okay, so this is the airport. It's a standard airport that comes with the game, nothing special, as you can see. And then we have a big plane here. And then we need to see that I don't lose my plane. And I think we already lost the plane. Oh no, there it is. It's still on this place. Alright, so this is Brisbane Airport standard, and then we go to our replay. So I stop recording, and then there goes my plane. Alright, there goes my plane. Now as I don't on time, and it's still going. So it don't hold my parking brake. As you can see, this is parking brake. I push it and it goes off immediately. And if I keep pushing it, then you get that. Well, whatever, we will lose the plane anyway. So we go over to the replay. And then I go fast forward. And then we can see the landing. So then we have another flight in the books. And then I will see what I do for tomorrow, 11 o'clock maybe, or maybe Sunday evening after work. But it's also depending how I feel. But I think today everything went very well, except the landing will be a bit better, but also the takeoff, there was something wrong with the takeoff, because we were going like this, and then the stick shaker started to shake. So, I'm sorry. So here is our landing. It's almost 11:30 in the evening or at night, and there now, yeah. So we'll watch that once again. That's the last phase.
737 is type 2 miles northeast of Brisbane, 300 feet. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
So it's a bit waving.
Walk by 741, now route 737.
Tower 737 radar contact 1 mile northeast of Brisbane 0. Clear through the Charlie airspace. Maintain own navigation.
So, and then we will watch that from the inside as well. Take this view. G77, I remember I used the demo version of Navigraph, which only allows Brisbane plus Wellington. I did the planning in SimBrief, made approach just to learn that runway 01 left was not in the game. Oh, not so funny. Alright. Yeah, sometimes there are some problems. 01 left only came to Microsoft with the Australia World Update, but at least it is there now. But yeah, we also landed. I don't know which airport it was, but there was also a runway missing. But I put it. There was a freeware airport, and there is the other runway actually, where you can use actually. And in the standard, in the game, that runway is not there. So yeah. I think there need to be a lot of updates. Also, I know with the on-air company, I needed to fly to a place, an airport that was not in the game. So then you have a problem. And it was a big contract, so I lost a lot of money because I could not do that job because the airport was not in the game. Also, sometimes there are other codes used in this game actually, or simulator, and not the real codes. So sometimes it gives some troubles. And of course, if there is a runway missing, that's bad. But like in the beginning in the Philippines, there was also you have the Manila airport. It was completely flat, no buildings, just runways, taxiways, yes, but no buildings at all. In the meantime, there are some buildings. It's a long time ago I checked it, but in the beginning there was nothing. Also in Vietnam, there were some airports where there was nothing. And also a place where they need to update a lot of things, and that's Africa. I think that needs a real big work. Because in Europe everything looks nice. or most places. The big cities look nice. Also in the US, but everything else than that, it's yeah. GS77, always a nice surprise. I'm now checking in at the map before. Yeah, I always check it. Just a few days ago, I was needed to do a flight. I don't remember where it was. I think the one to Norway, and that runway was not airport was not in Simbrave, so that was a bummer. So I needed to plan actually the flight in the game itself instead of in Simbrave. But sometimes it's Simbrave, sometimes it's the flight simulator, sometimes it's another tool. So there's always something, and there nothing goes smooth. So we taxi to our destination again, and then I want to say thank you to all for watching again. GS77, Sean, you Subcompact, thanks for watching. All the other people here that were not in the chat, also thank you very much for joining and watching. So I will see what I do for tomorrow. If I set up a flight, that will be at 11 o'clock in the morning European time, and that will be with a 146, and otherwise maybe Sunday with a pilot's live in the evening after work, and if that is not the case, then it will be a Monday evening. GS77, yes, Africa and some Asian countries need some more improvement. I mean, it's already far better than in other sims, but it will be much better because it's just hard to get good data. Yeah. Well, it's of course there are a lot of airports, and I understand you cannot make everything. But like Manila is a big airport, and at least model that a bit with some buildings. Yeah, but in the meantime there are buildings. There is also yeah, and there we go. I'm still here, it seems, and I just hit my thing here, and there we go. So this is my display. Yeah, I think it has something to do with that app for the replay, because it's not the first time that it crashes when that is running. So yes, I thought I lost all the stream, but I'm still in the air, on air. So GS77, right, major airports missing is bad indeed. And goodbye Microsoft Flight Simulator. Seems that's a sign. Well, thanks for watching everyone. GS77, good night mate. Thank you very much, and I'll see you very soon. That will be tomorrow, Sunday or Monday. I need to see how I feel. To everyone, thanks for watching, and have a wonderful weekend. Cheers mates, bye bye.